At this point, it's 10-3 in an online game against my friend Jackson. I go up 17-3, and guys, I'm not kidding, I lost this game. Welcome back to film school, where I break down my own gameplay in detail, not just so I can get better, but hopefully so you can learn a little bit more about the actual football concepts in College Football 26. For this, we're going to watch the next 4 or 5 possessions because they changed the course of this entire game. Jackson is down 17-3. He's been getting killed all day. There's 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and this is where things go wrong. Okay, for context here, his quarterback is fast. This guy, number 10, has a lot of speed. So one of the things I explicitly tried to do is come out in a 3-3 stack. All day long, I was only rushing 3 guys. I would user number 6 right here because he's a converted safety, and I would be the most aggressive spy of all time. You're going to see a lot of it. What I would do is I would wait for him, because he's right-handed in real life and because his quarterback's right-handed, I would wait for him to break the pocket to the right, and I would be an aggressive spy and come down and try and force him to get rid of the football quickly. And as you'll see later, that was not a good idea. Also, from now on, we're changing the color to blue because there's already too much red on the field. All right, first drive, he's down 14, 1st and 10. Like I said, I shift the line over, and immediately we have a problem. He quick snapped, which put me over here on the left-hand side on a random player. All of a sudden, wide open over the middle. I get lucky, man. This was open. I was in a basic cover 3 drop, which meant that I had the flat. I should have played that a little bit harder. It's wide open. I get lucky. Already a bad sign, because that was probably an easy first down. All right, 2nd and 10, what do we see? We're in gun normal Y off close, so he's got these 2 guys close. As you saw, we're playing man coverage. I'm man-to-man on the running back. I'm happy with that. We force him to stand in the pocket, and he somehow gets this off and breaks a big one. And that immediately right there, one is a little bit of karma because I got lucky on the play before, but that immediately goes to my point earlier that I was talking about, where there's problems when you only rush 3. Like I said, 3 down linemen all rushing. As you can see, we're going to get double teamed on the inside here, so it's going to be an easy scramble for him. This star right here is the spy, so I can only send that spy by clicking the right stick. I can't be aggressive myself. I'm man-to-man on the running back. Ball is snapped. I'm coming over here, and again, if we were rushing 4, he would not have the world's easiest release to the outside. In fact, this play's already 2nd in. Watch how long he has to stand in the pocket to make this throw. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Finally, the spy I sent was there, but by then, it's more than enough time for both of these guys to be standing there. Usually, if they're both standing there, the receiver's going to win that battle. He comes back to the ball. They get a first down. Again, did he get lucky by breaking that tackle? Maybe. Did he get unlucky by missing the wide open post the play before? Definitely. Either way, he should not have had that long. That's the issue with only rushing 3, and I think he picked up at this point that he was going to have time in the pocket when you only rush 3. But all right, at this point, he's got a couple other first downs on basic plays that aren't worthy of remark, but right here, this is, okay? He goes gun empty base flex. Immediately, if you have no protection, I am sending 6. You have 5 blockers, we have 6 rushers, we will get home. But everybody in this stadium knows that we are man-to-man everywhere else. Manned up everywhere. Now, there's a little bit of a cat and mouse game I like to play when I'm playing online, and that is, I like to move one of these players, move them around pre-snap to make them think that I'm using this guy, and then right before the ball is snapped, I shift somewhere else, and that way they don't know who to target. If they see me moving this guy around, they mentally kind of block out this matchup. They're like, I'm not going to try a user. They come over here, all of a sudden the ball's snapped, I'm over here, and they force a last second throw. The problem is, similar to that first snap that I showed you where I wasn't ready, look at what happens when I'm not ready, okay? I move him around, I want to make it look like I'm covering number 7, I go to switch, I don't switch in time, all of a sudden I am on number 7. I take a step down because I thought I was switching over there to the left, and I get toasted. That, to me, is an example of me trying to do too much, okay? No disrespect to Jackson. He knows football. He went to Ohio State. He's a big football fan, but he's not going to sit there and get thrown off because I switched who I was covering the play before. He knows it's a man blitz. I know it's a man blitz. We don't need to give up one play touchdowns to try and go from an A- coverage to an A coverage. That's a bad one. That's me just making things too complex. If I'm going to do it, I got to do it well. But that's okay. We get the football back, 2-minute drill, up 7. We have a chance to make this a multi-possession lead again. We come out with a basic gun bunch tight end, which means our tight end is alone on the right-hand side. We have trips to the short side. We're motioning him out because we want to run the read option. We have a very good 90 overall running back. This quarterback can really move. We're reading this guy right here, and I love that blocking, right? We get a double team up to that backside defensive tackle. We get a double team here, and hopefully the right tackle will get up and wall off the linebacker. We make the right read. If it's a handoff, we should have an easy 7 yards. If it's a quarterback keep, we might have a safety to deal with about 5 yards down the field. But right now, I love the look. I think pre-snap, I don't even remember what happened on this play. I think this should be an easy 5 yards. Ball is snapped. He crashes. I keep. And you know what? The receiver just didn't block as well as we thought he was going to. Corner got to make the play. That's okay. I'm going to live with that, okay? I think there are two types of mistakes that we can make in this game. We can make pre-snap mistakes, and we can make post-snap mistakes. I don't think that was a pre-snap mistake. Post-snap, it didn't go the way we wanted to, but sometimes you just don't win matchups. I'm going to live with that. 2nd and 10 though, we come out, we're running this whips concept, which as you could see as we get paused, has some spacing issues, okay? We got a corner over here, we got an out route over here, we have a 10-yard curl right here. I'm reading this left-hand side. I stand in the pocket for way too long, and by the time I throw that out route, there's not really much there. Again, is that a post-snap thing? Did I make a dumb play? I don't think so, but pre-snap, I think I have better plays in the playbook than that. That's not a play I run a ton. It was a little bit new to me. I got a little bit thrown off, but that's okay. 2nd and 20, it got moved back because of a holding call. We still have a $1.52 and 3 timeouts. Now Jackson comes out in the double mug. We see blitz and we start checking like crazy, but he does a good job of checking out of it. Did you see that pre-snap? I don't know, honestly, if he called this intentionally with the plan of audibling it, or if he saw me immediately audible and got scared and checked out of it. But either way, I called a play. I'm sitting here with 5 seconds left on the play clock. I called a play that was supposed to just beat the mid blitz, which is a pair of slants and a comeback. I'm throwing that comeback against the mid blitz. Unless they get home too quickly, then I'll burn you with a slant over the middle. But all of a sudden, I am caught flat-footed. He's only rushing forward with a spy. Luckily, his zone is kind of soft. There's nobody over there. We get an easy 15 yards. I'm happy with that, okay? Pre-snap, could we have done something better than a comeback and 2 slants? Definitely, but he was on his heels. I was on my heels. I think post-snap, that was a great throw. Now, this is a huge 3rd down. Again, he shows double mug, but he checks out of it. He moves those linebackers out of the way, but I call under, okay? I see man coverage here, and sometimes in my head, when I see man coverage, I get stuck on it. I think we are manned up here and here. I think safeties are manned up here. The way those linebackers are standing, I think he's sending 6. I think he's sending the mid blitz, and he moved those linebackers out, which put them off of the line of scrimmage, but I think he's still sending 6. And in my head, what I'm thinking is, oh, if you send 6, this guy clears out that safety. All of a sudden, we have a beautiful drag route with this corner. We're going to beat that and get an easy 1st down. That's what's going on in my head. I know it for a fact. Here's the problem though. The ball is snapped after he puts those guys back. He's not blitzing. He's rushing forward. Look at that star there, looking right at me. Look at this guy, probably on a spy, looking right at me. Never mind, he's getting his depth. They're looking right at me, and I get frozen, and I force a dumb ball to a receiver that has no business getting that. If I would have really came into this with an open mind. Again, pre-snap, I like the change, okay? You're showing blitz. We're going to check out of something risky. We're going to get this ball downfield. But look at this. Have some patience, Max. Stand in the pocket. Deliver the corner route to the guy that has him beat to the outside. That safety is doing nothing. You have a hole defender here. I think it's cover 1 hole actually. So maybe I was right about man, but you can't throw over the middle in cover 1 hole. There's too many people in the middle at both levels. This is a dumb decision. I should have nailed that corner route as soon as he got out of the break. Instead, I was tunnel visioned onto that drag. Was it a pre-snap mistake? No. Was it a post-snap mistake? 100% bad read on me, man. 4th and 5 though, and we come out and we check it around. We eventually don't go for it because I didn't like the look. And I'm okay with that. I got to be okay with a punt. But what that means is momentum is on his side, right? He just scored, got a stop. He's got a shot to tie the game. We're going right back to the 3-3 stack. He's going right back to the gun normal close. He ran this earlier, and as you can see, my controller batteries were low during this game. And we're doing the same thing. Look at that safety over there on the right. Let me go right back. Watch the safety over on the right. We're going to show cover 2, and he's going to roll down because we're in cover 3. We are in cover 3, same thing as before. I am covering the spy, and I love that, okay? He wanted to go outside in the flats a ton. I'm happy with that read. He forced the corner out, that's okay. But now he goes gun bunch. This is new to us. We're still showing cover 2 here. This time we are running cover 2, but we have man coverage on the backside. I manned up the single receiver here because that allows this safety that was covering the deep half up here to now be free. As long as there's no deep crossers this way, then he can come and be really aggressive. I can be really aggressive over here. The problem is when you play against a human, what humans love instead of computers, humans love the quick drag. I didn't even see this play yet. It's been a couple days, but I have a feeling I brought this safety down. We have nobody in the flat now, and he's gonna get an easy quick drag. There's the deep cross. I'm running with it. I'm following it. We have the spy. We're only rushing 3. He's got all day in the pocket to stand, deliver, and Max, what are you doing? What are you doing, Max? That is not the play, okay? I know that if they have somebody go vertical across from the bunch, that I have to carry it. And I will argue I did a perfect job of that. Okay, from the start, I'm running with it. Now, since we are rushing 3 though, like I said earlier, the problem is, look at how much time he has. At this point, I have sent the spy. At least I thought I did. He clearly wasn't coming. Finally, he comes at the very end, but that's more than enough time for him to go. So a couple problems. Number 1, you can't rush 3 every single down because as you could tell, he's way too comfortable in the pocket. But the bigger problem is, Max, if you're one-on-one, swat the football. Don't do this. Don't do this. You're not going to get a pick on that, okay? This game does not reward, in my opinion, defensive players for being in the right position in jump ball situations. You're not. I don't know if I've ever gotten a pick in a situation like that where they throw it up and we have a jump ball, even if I would argue that I was in a great spot, okay? You gotta swat it, live to fight another down. Again, that's trying to swing for the fences in a single play, just like the man blitz that gave him the easy touchdown. Now, I will say, 1st and 10, red zone, same thing here, trips away. So what do? We call Tampa 2 again. But since we're rushing 3, we're probably going to spy Allen here. I man up the backside. So that way, if I spy Allen, I could user this guy over here. And I know I only have 2 jobs. Go to the flat because there's no flat defenders. And if there's any deep crossers, I have those. Yes, it's a little bit of a high-low thing. But what it allows me to do is it allows me to play aggressive man coverage here and follow him with the drag and still be in a good spot. Now, before I even see what actually happened on this play, let me just say too, trips to the short side to me is setting up the crossers, okay? Look at all the space on the right-hand side. You know he loves to roll out right. Let's see what happens. I actually don't remember what happens. I'm being an aggressive spy here, which means we have no flat coverage. Basic handoff, awesome. I did all that talking for nothing. Here we go though, big 3rd down after a slight loss and an incompletion. Same thing, Tampa 2, man up the short side. I love it. We are route committing to the outside. This guy can beat us this way going into all the zones, but we're not gonna let him beat us that way, even though there's not a lot of space. Here we go, what happens here? I'm manning up that backside safety again. As you can see, I'm waiting on the crossers. I know I have no help in the flat. That running back might score a touchdown. I dead sprint over there. You could tell I'm running to that. You could tell that he saw me vacate, but what he didn't see was us staying in Tampa 2. That's why I love manning up the backside. You threw it right at a linebacker. Jackson, I'm not gonna lie, you won the game, you outplayed me. Everybody in this video is gonna see it by the end of this, but that's a dumb throw, okay? And I will argue that I think manning up the backside, guys, I guess my phone has a really low battery, but I would argue that manning up the backside just caused an interception. So, okay, 17-10. We get out of there alive somehow. Points would be nice, but let's just get to the half, okay? We're going to call the RPO read bubble. This is a good play. I like it. Clear keep situation here. Let's pick up the yardage. Great cut. Way to wait for the blocker. No notes, okay? 38 seconds left. We're going to keep rolling here. We stay no huddle because the clock stopped due to a timeout. That's a dumb throw. That right there is a dumb throw, okay? Best case scenario, you break a tackle and you get like 12 yards, but instead you get 3 by running the exact same play and forcing a hitch. Yes, it was only 4 yards down the field. It was a 50-yard throw, okay? We were on the short side, throwing it all the way over there. That's a 50-yard throw for 3 yards and burning a timeout. That's dumb, Max. You can't do that. I know I didn't like the audibles that I had as options, but that's a bad throw. That's okay. 2nd and 7. We're looking to audible because he shows that mid blitz again. Again, he checks out of it. He's doing a really good job of disguising stuff. And I am allowing myself to get stuck with what I think I see. Right now, I think I see Tampa 2, which is why I have this concept. A quick out to force this corner to come down this direction. We're gonna release outside here and go vertical. We're gonna run a post over the middle. I'm hoping this safety can be distracted enough by a 12-yard curl that we can nail either this guy right here in that corner or this post right here over the linebacker's head, but inside of this guy. It's a tough window. Either way, it's going to be a tough throw, but that's if they're in Tampa 2. Let's see. Are they actually in Tampa 2, Max? In fact, I'm shift B to be on a go. They're not in Tampa 2. They're not. He's in cover 4. He is in base cover 4, and he's got it boxed up, man. There's nothing there. Yes, I think I beat him eventually across there because cover 4 will play like man once they get matched up. If you look, watch the corner, watch the 2 safeties. They're in cover 4, they're in cover 4. Here's the safety, his momentum's going the wrong way. I will eventually get past him because he matches up in man and I have the momentum, but I don't know. Maybe that's a good throw. Maybe that is actually a good read, but you can't push it to the right and hold it down that long. I'm actually okay with the throw. I'm okay with the play call. I feel like I could have done something better there against cover 4, but we'll live with it, okay? 3rd and 7, 28 seconds left. We still just need a couple first downs and we get a field goal. We're calling a big motion across the field because we got a mid-screen. Guys, this is something you got to live with, okay? I feel like that was a great play call. 3rd and 7, we called the motion to really make Jackson think that we were doing something. He immediately vacates to go cover RB. And look at this, okay? Let's pause it right here at the time of throw. I know that this guy is stuck here, right? Which means this guy didn't get downfield. But what you would see is you would see 74 making this block. You'd see this other lineman hopefully walling off that side, and you would see a tunnel for a first down. If I'm not gonna pick this up, I'm not gonna take the blame on it personally. All right, that's just something you gotta chalk up to the game. Pre-snap, I like the play call. Post-snap, yeah, I did the best I could. Maybe I could have stood around for even longer before I released that football, but it didn't look like they were moving. Okay, second half football underway. I'm still up 17-10, guys. We're gonna come out in a different look than what we usually show. We're coming out in the off-balance overload formation. Look at all these bodies over here. We got a left guard, a left tackle, another left tackle, a tight end. We are running halfback stretch to the strength. Let's watch that run. Good cut, 5 yards. I love it. And here's where we get aggressive. We get one successful run play and we think, Max, we're gonna run halfback dive right down their throat. And I don't look at the formation at all, okay? He's in a base 3-4 at this point, I think. If that's a linebacker, he's in a base 3. No, he's still in a nickel. But, you know, I don't like the look. I feel like everybody's got a little bit too tight of a spacing. He's able to blow it up. Now, again, in hindsight, should I have called that play? I don't think so. But I will say, if you do the math and you do the blocking, and if this was Madden, okay, I don't want to be the guy making excuses, but if this was Madden, look at what we got here. Double team up here. We have a lead blocker that should attack that linebacker. We have a wide receiver that should handle his DB. This guy is contained. He's gone. This guy is shaded out there, which means I want to hit right here. I want my lead blocker to go right here. Don't go right here. That hole may be bigger, but look at this guy. He could easily come off that direction, okay? We want to go right up the middle. So let's see what our lead blocker does. Watch 40 on this. Watch him. Watch him. Where is he going? Where is he going? Where is he going? Where is he going, guys? Let me emphasize it one more time. Who is he going to block? Because it's not the guy that he's supposed to until it's too late. And, you know, was that a good play call? But I also hope that a fullback can block that block, dude. It's ISO. You go right at the guy. You kick him out, and we're good, man. I don't know what to say there. That's all right. 3rd and 5. You could tell I want to run the football on this drive. We're going read option. We're moving a tight end over to try and get the bodies. He moves that linebacker over, and at this point, this is dumb. This is a dumb play. I did sub in my super fast backup quarterback, but this is a dumb play. Not only do we not have a read man on the read option, but I don't actually know if I like this look. Double team here, maybe somebody gets up to the 2nd level. If this guy is the read man, which he's not, by the way, then you should have a double team here. Somebody gets up to the 2nd level. Maybe this guy handles him. It's iffy though, because he was not showing up as a read man. And if we watch it all the way through, watch what happens. They get double teamed. They double team the D end. So now you have a linebacker fully free to make the play. I cannot give this football because he will make this play. This guy's fully free. So now I'm dead sprinting and I just don't have a shot. Luckily, dude, this guy's just disgusting and I get bailed out. Okay, Max, if you're mad about the fullback, dude, Austin Carlisle just bailed you right out right after. All right, 1st and 10 though, we are calling PA slide. I don't want to take the blame on this, guys. Okay, here's why. I call for a double team on this defensive end because I am sliding to the short side. I'm trying to get a quick throw out to Johnson. If not, I'm hitting the 2nd level. I am double teaming the right defensive end. You guys can see me calling for that. I love this play call. I love the strategy. I don't really love doing it to the short side, but that's okay. Watch the D end. Watch the D end. Watch the D end. Watch the D end. Who is double teaming him? Who is double teaming that guy? You call for a double team. You need to get a double team, okay? Look, I'm going to take the blame on like 30 of these other plays. EA, that right there, I'm not taking the blame on, okay? Now, what I did wrong though, and I'm actually going to shift this over here so you guys can see it. Hopefully you can see me rubbing my eyes out of frustration, dude. I am so mad about that. And what I allowed that to do is I allowed it to impact me emotionally. I got tilted. And that meant I started forcing garbage, dude. I run this. We got a basic crosser concept here. An in coming in with the tight end. We got an under coming in with the running back. Yes, it's 2nd and 17, but this is the easiest way to get 10 yards in Madden in college football 26 ever, okay? If they give you the running back underneath, you need to grow up and you need to take it. And what do I do instead? I force a throw here. This is not going to happen, Max, okay? He may have half of a step, whatever, but that safety is begging to be Ed Reed. This safety is begging to be at Cam Chancellor. This is just a stupid throw because you're mad. And look at that. Immediately at the time the ball is released, look at where that ball is going. Look at who's closest to it, man. And you wanna know what sucks? Look at what's going on underneath. Look at that space right there. Look at this space right here. You can't play so mad that it impacts your decision making, dude. I'm giving up the football, and that's a dumb decision, man. You can't let EA and their inability to do double teams when you call for them. You can't let them impact the next play. You got to take this one play at a time, and that was dumb. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit to this 2nd and 10 because this, again, is another dumb play, okay? I'm in cover 3 Buzz Mabel, which means we are showing cover 2. We are going to buzz this safety down. I'm going to go over and we have hard flats. The problem is, again, I contain rush and brought a spy. In other words, he's going to have negative pass pressure. I don't know what happens on this play, but watch how long he has in the pocket. Stand there. He could have stood there an hour. The problem with the buzz is that if he doesn't come down, this area is open. That's where I vacated. That's where I thought my guy was going to help fill. He did not, and that is a recipe for an easy first down. Good on Jackson for finding the open gap there, but I don't think I need to run cover 3 Buzz in the red zone, okay? I think we could be honest with what coverage we're running. Again, to Max's point of like, oh, we're overcomplicating things. We don't need to be disguising stuff. We don't, man. Again, I don't want to insult Jackson's ability as a quarterback, but if you look at the plays he's running and if you look at the throws he's making, we don't need to hide that we're running cover 3. Let's just run cover 3 really, really well, okay? Here it is. He's got the crossers. He finds the open guy in the zone. It's a touchdown. Just like that, man. We go from up 17-3, and honestly, due to 4 or 5 really bad plays, it's a tie game. But that's okay. We get a couple of losses, and all of a sudden we have a 3rd and 10 in our drive that we need to answer. Again, he shows us a lot of space here with this wide spacing. He shows us 2 high safeties. I love a good curl route on the backside. To me, if you're going to man up the backside, I'm going to take advantage every single time. Basic curl route if it's man. If it's man, we need to make that throw. If it's zone, we have a high-low. We've tried the post over the middle. We've tried deep over the middle. I'm hoping the user will run there. And on 3rd and 10, we could hit the under and get 5 or 6 yards. I like this concept. I like what we're doing. We are staring at Johnson to see if this is man or zone. And that right there is man coverage. We throw it before he even gets to his spot. He turns around, great throw, great catch, first down. And remember that curl route for later, okay? Cover 4 quarters. We're going to burn him every time with that curl route. So remember that. Here we go. 1st and 10. He shows the mid blitz and he is blitzing, man. It feels like he's blitzing. I want to check out of it. He brings the safety over. And at this point, here's what we got. We have a post over the middle on the backside. Again, if it's man coverage, I trust us to win this matchup right here. He is so far outside that a cut right there. This is a Tennessee volunteer formation, okay? Really wide splits. Dante Thornton Jr. scored on a post route like this 20 times last year. I mean, this is a good route. And if it's zone, that's great. We got 3 guys running identical hitches over the middle. We will find one of them that's open. But based off the alignment, it looks like man coverage. Let's see. If it's man, we hit the post. If it's man, we hit the post. It's man to man, you hit the post. Look at our break. Look at where he is. We have him beat. You gotta complete this, man. That is the difference between 60 yards and 2nd and 10. There's no excuses there, okay? Pre-snap, I love it. During the play, post-snap, I love it. Did I force it a little too much with the left stick? Maybe. Is my quarterback not good enough? Maybe. I don't know. But there's no excuses there. You got to make that catch. 2nd and 10, we're running the power read. I like this a lot. Okay, we are reading this guy, so he's dead. We're going to pull this left guard, and he's going to wrap through and hopefully take out this linebacker, which means the right guard should be able to free release to the safety, and we should have nothing but green grass ahead of us. What happens? Let's read that defensive end. He's staying. We're going to pull. All of a sudden, right tackle actually is going down to the linebacker. That's okay. Left guard is still pulling around. He's going to clear out the other linebacker, and there should be a gap right down Broadway. Although what happens here, this backside guy somehow gets in pursuit and makes the play. Number 32, all the way from back there. Watch 32. Watch 32 right here. This is kind of nuts, man. Really good play by him. Just absolutely crashing. I don't know why he was unaccounted for. I guess I don't understand the power read blocking well enough. I like the play call, and post-snap, there's not a thing I could do about that, man. Here we go. Big 3rd down, though. We go back to the mid-screen. I wanted to run this earlier. I didn't get the chance to because it fell incomplete, and that is me being petty, dude. It's not open at all, and I don't know. I think there's a certain part of competitiveness when you play online, when you play against friends, where you want to run the things that you want to run. And because it didn't work earlier, I force called it again and we get nothing. All of a sudden, we're in a 4th and 11 off 3 bad plays. A crappy missed throw, a power read that I'm not sure why that blocking happened the way it did, but that's the reality, and then a dumb play call. 4th and 11, what do? Well, you show single cut receiver again. This could be it. If it's man coverage, he's running a 12-yard curl on 4th and 11. That's a first down. If it's zone, dude, we are going to attack the heck out of this vertically and throw aggressively. That being said, it's 4th and 11 at your 35. Max, what are you doing? What are you doing? Look at this idiot. Look at this guy. Hopefully you could see him. Look at how dumb and mad and tilted he is. He is running this on 4th and 11, that version of Max, because he's playing mad. And I don't play well when I play mad. I play well when I'm having fun, when I'm, doing cool stuff. This is me playing mad. This is me being mad at EA, being mad at the game. So I force garbage, okay? We check to a 10-yard out because I think it might be there if it's zone. If it's man, again, we're going to the backside. So here it is, moment of truth. We get the motion. It's man. We have the curl just like last time. Max, you did it. You're a genius and you fall short. What are you doing? Max, what are you doing? Why do you secure catch it there? Why do you have him run a 10-yard curl instead of a 15-yard curl? Why do you not have him get to midfield so when he falls forward, he can have that? Should I have aggressive caught this? Maybe. Should he have known as a receiver to fall backwards when you're at the line of scrimmage? or at the first down line to gain? Maybe he should have. But either way, dude, that's unacceptable, because at this point, this guy is going to get the football back off back-to-back touchdowns, and he's going to get great field position. So here we go. Gun bunch offset. We're going with our cover 3 look. Again, we're only rushing 3 because we're playing scared for some reason. Good stop. Gun bunch tight end. He's going right back to it. We're going cover 3. Same thing. We're going to man up, or I'm sorry, we're going to spy this middle linebacker. I'm going to be the most aggressive spy ever, and that's a good find. There's no other words, man. That's a good find. We're in cover 3. We should have a hook to curl defender right here. I don't know where he went. If you look at their coverages, guys, we have a hook to curl defender right here. I have no idea why he dead sprinted to the outside. If somebody knows why, and maybe there's a rule set for trips, and maybe he's dropping to number 2, and if number 2 goes outside, that's why it happened. I don't know, because he didn't even drop to number 2. Number 2 goes inside too. So I don't know why he dropped the way he did. Either way, it's a good throw by Jackson. Way to find that, man. And at this point, we're fighting demons, dude. Trips offset, trips to the short side again. We're blitzing 3, we're running man coverage, and we're in pure man-to-man. And, you know, I'm okay with this play call, and I'm okay with stopping the run. I feel like we've always been good against the run. That's okay. It's the pass that we've sucked against. So here we go. He's in the gun wing slot offset, okay? So he's got 2 tight ends here. We are in the 4-3. We have 7 big guys and 2 safeties. We're going to be good against the run. Are we going to be good against the pass? We know that he's been picking us apart in the zones here, right there as that ball's in the air. Do I wish we could have done something there to maybe stop that? Maybe. That was a pretty good natural pick play and a good touchdown. I don't know, man. With how he was picking stuff apart there, at some point you just got to switch to man coverage and get aggressive. But at the same time, on that drive in particular, there was a lot of really good throws, man. But here it is, guys. The final drive we're going to break through together, because as you will see, this right here is our shot, okay? We just entered the 4th quarter. Yes, we gave up 21 straight points, but we're still only down 7. A touchdown, and it's a tie game. So here we go. We come out in empty, and you could already tell that I'm playing so tilted, dude. Coming out in empty on 1st and 10. You know I'm mad. You know I want to throw this football. You know that we ran the post earlier and we missed it. So what does Max do? Well, he sees Tampa 2 and he forces it again with Tampa 2, thinking that we can get this look right here. He's ran cover 4 all day. It's going to be cover 4. But this version of Max is so tilted that when he sees something, he thinks he's going to have it. And all of a sudden, when it's cover 4 and we go to make this throw, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. We throw a pick and we lose the game, man. That is not a real route concept, okay? This is not a real route concept. This is what you draw up when you know that somebody for a fact is running Tampa 2, and you're gonna put vertical pressure on that deep half safety on the wide side, on the trip side, knowing that the corner's gonna have to sit down on that out route, and you're gonna bang this over the middle, or you're gonna bang this in the corner. But you don't know that this is Tampa 2. In fact, he's ran Tampa 2 0 times. I don't remember him running Tampa 2, dude. He's ran so much cover 4. All of a sudden, when it turns into cover 4, the out route you were never looking at in the first place, those verticals are all covered, and your one crossing route over the middle is boxed up, man. I mean, it's just a stupid, stupid play by a version of me that was playing mad and thought he saw something and tried to win the whole game back in a single play, man. If there are 2 takeaways that I have from this whole thing, is number 1, you gotta play real defense. You can't sit back with 3 down linemen and a spy and think that that's gonna work, okay? It's a great changeup, but it's not the fastball. At the end of the day, I was so scared of this quarterback getting out and scrambling. Dude, he scrambled like twice for 18 yards, okay? It was not the end of the world. What I should have been focused on is getting pressure, preventing the quick throws, maybe playing a little bit of man coverage and forcing them to make tough contested throws. And the second thing that this really taught me, guys, is that you can't win it all back in one play. You just can't. Let's think about the plays that lost us this game. That massive jump ball where I just went for the pick for some reason. That's me trying to win it all back. That pick that we just saw was me trying to win it all back. Going for it on 4th and 10 at your own 30 was me trying to win it all back. And at this point, is he making good throws? Is he doing good stuff? Is my defense bad? All of the above. But all of this shouldn't have happened if I would have avoided making the dumb mistakes, okay? Let me know what y'all thought about this video, guys. It's always a blast to make these. I feel like I just got a lot better as a player just filming this. Would love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. And until next time, I'll see ya. Peace out.